Every scroll, every click, every short-form video, it's not entertainment, it's control. They want you hooked, scrolling endlessly, wasting your life on digital dopamine. And the worst part, they've made you believe it's your fault, that you're lazy, unmotivated, weak. But what if I told you this isn't just a bad habit? What if the real reason you can't stop checking your phone is because you're being psychologically hacked, using the exact same techniques used in casinos, war rooms, and cults? If you've ever caught yourself saying, just 5 more minutes, and 2 hours disappear like nothing, stay with me till the end, not because I said so, but because if you don't, they win, and you'll never even realize it. And once you understand how dark psychology is being used against you, you'll never look at the apps the same way again. Let's begin. Let's break it down. Apps aren't built to serve you. They're built to manipulate you, using dark psychology of dopamine loops. Just like a slot machine, every scroll gives you a chance. The chance for something funny, shocking, sexy, enraging. And your brain? It lights up every time like it just won a prize. That's dopamine, the brain chemical that says, do it again. But here's what they don't want you to know. You're not chasing pleasure. You're chasing the hope of pleasure. And that hope, that uncertainty, is what keeps you trapped. Same trick used in addiction labs, online gambling, and social engineering experiments. Just ask B.F. Skinner. He ran experiments on rats, showing that random rewards were more addictive than guaranteed ones. The tech world took notes. They just replaced the rats with you. This isn't by accident. It's behavioral conditioning at the scale of billions. You think you're addicted because you're weak. No, you're addicted because someone designed it that way. Behind your favorite apps is a boardroom full of behavioral scientists, data analysts, and manipulation architects. Yes, that's a real job now. They test 1,000 plus micro tweaks a day. What color keeps you hooked? What sound makes you stay longer? What animation triggers your next click? You're not scrolling, you're being studied. Just like lab monkeys were studied by Ivan Pavlov. Remember him? The guy who made dogs salivate by ringing a bell? Now you're the dog. And the bell? It's that red notification bubble, that one new like ping, that endless feed of half-fake, half-perfect faces. They don't want you to think, they want you to react. Now here's the scary part. The longer you stay in these dopamine loops, the less pleasure you get from real life. Food becomes tasteless. Conversations feel boring. Nature seems slow. Because your brain's reward system has been rewired. You're no longer seeking joy. You're just trying to avoid facing real truth. Just like any drug, the dopamine baseline goes lower every day. That means more scrolling, less feeling, and over time, you lose the ability to focus. You lose the ability to rest, to even be alone with your thoughts. Carl Jung once warned, people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own soul. That's what this is, a mass escape from the self that makes you even more worse. That is being engineered in your life. It become profitable to them, and for you, it is becoming deadly over time. You ever close an app and just 5 seconds later, open it again without even thinking? That's conditioning. That's being you, controlled by them. B.F. Skinner, a behavioral psychologist, discovered this with pigeons. He gave them food at random intervals, and the pigeons would keep pressing the button like their life depended on it. Sounds familiar? Your apps work the same way. You don't get rewarded every time you post, like, or scroll. But sometimes you do, and that random dopamine hit keeps your brain craving the next one. As a result, you keep scrolling all the time, counting likes and comments for that random dopamine hits. And that makes you even crave for more of it. Same system as slot machines. Same system as gambling addicts. They've weaponized unpredictability to override your logic. Even Elon Musk said, "We're already cyborgs. Our smartphones are just an extension of our minds." But who's in control? You or the people feeding you? Here's what they won't tell you. It's not just about keeping you scrolling. It's about data. The more time you give them, the more they know about you. Your desires, your fears, your insecurities, all measured, tracked, and sold for money. You become a product, a predictable puppet. And when your dopamine is hijacked, you can be manipulated to buy things you don't need, vote for things you don't believe in, and chase goals that aren't even yours. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke." But what if that power was never taught to you? What if they made sure you never looked up long enough to even question it? Here's the truth no one wants to hear. Your brain isn't broken, it's just outdated. We weren't built for infinite scrolling, 24/7 notifications, and 1,000 dopamine triggers per day. Your brain evolved to survive in the wild. Hunt, gather, rest. One reward here, one danger there. But today, you're bombarded with 100 hits of fake pleasure before breakfast. That's why you're exhausted, unmotivated, and anxious for no reason. Because your dopamine system is fried. You can't focus on real goals when your brain is chasing cheap hits. Arthur Schopenhauer once said, "We forfeit 3/4 of ourselves to be like other people." And that's exactly what's happening. We're trading our attention, our energy, even our identity, just to feel a little spark of dopamine that was designed to keep us alive. Here's the uncomfortable part. You can't fix this by just deleting apps. Because the addiction isn't the phone, it's the feeling the phone gives you. And the enemy isn't outside, it's inside. The part of you that craves escape, that feels like you're not enough, that chases validation because deep down, you don't feel seen. This is where the real battle begins. Carl Jung warned, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." So ask yourself honestly, who's in control? The version of you who wakes up on fire, ready to build something real? Or the version that grabs the phone before even brushing your teeth? Because you can't defeat an enemy you refuse to face. But if you're still here, still listening, that means you're ready to fight back. And I'll show you how. Here's what no one tells you. Your brain isn't stuck this way. It can be reprogrammed, but only if you train it like a muscle. Start small, simple, ruthless. 1. Dopamine detox. Go 24 hours without social media, gaming, YouTube shorts. Just one day. You'll feel the withdrawal. That's your brain screaming to stop detox process and let it get some dopamine hits. Let it scream. 2. Delay gratification. Set a timer for 10 minutes when you feel the urge. Most cravings die before the timer ends. Train your brain to wait. 3. Cold mornings, real goals. No phone in the first 30 minutes after waking. Instead, move, breathe. Write down one thing you'll finish today and finish it. 4. One deep hour. Block 1 hour daily to do something hard and boring but meaningful. Read, write, build. Repeat this for 30 days. Dopamine resets itself. Remember this, the algorithm isn't the enemy, your ignorance of it is. This world is designed to steal your time, your only real currency. But when you stop chasing fake dopamine, you start chasing truth. And in truth, you find power. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This is your moment. You can keep scrolling, keep numbing, keep hoping, or you can wake the hell up and start building a life that doesn't need an escape. The war for your brain is already happening. You either fight, or you become fuel for the system. You either used by the system or you become something that control the system. Choose wisely.